I thought I was gonna be late. Oh my God, stupid dogs! Man, you want a dog?
No, I had to fight my dog today. He made me put a hole in my wall.
Get in your kennel. Get in your kennel, psycho. Shut up. That's why nobody likes you.
Record. What am I doing? No, record webcam. Record. Record. I don't want to record tab shot. Just hit record. Let me see this. All right. Yeah. We are now recorded on this screen, so make sure I match my voice.
Where's everybody else?
I know.
See, they'll be here in a second.
So are you excited that we might have Magic City Con?
Are they gonna still try to do it?
There has no, they have no word right now saying otherwise.
Man, I'm missing the cons this year.
You got everything?
I was picking up the wood and I dropped it.
You got a splinter in your hand? Does it seem like wood's in it?
You're gonna make me trip.
Did you get all the wood down there?
Oh, so I see that.
There's Justin.
Let's do it. Thank you.
I'm saying.
Ow.
Justin, there you are.
What's up, guys?
Pain in the middle, right there in the middle. But I don't see anything.
You need to pull your finger back, dude, so I can see.
Yeah, he faking.
I don't know.
He faking. You press on it. Oh!
Boy, you need to chill, man.
He an actor. He faking.
Straight up actor in there.
He faking.
You got to hold your finger. How I can't see. You got curved. I don't know if you have anything in there or not.
You faking. You laughing.
But that might be something right here. No, I don't know.
Ooh. Ouch. Let me see.
Justin, you on?
Yeah, what's up, man?
What up, Justin? Oh no.
Ow!
All right.
I'm gonna have to hold
Man. It would be bleeding if you did. You can literally see it, but I can't see nothing. No, so I have not found any words that Magic City Con has canceled. So I don't know, man. And Alabama Comic Con ain't canceled either.
What are those dates? June?
Magic City Con is June 29th and through the 21st.
Shit. Where's Mr. Deadpool at? Justin, is he coming?
I think he's on, is he not?
No, that's me.
No, he's not. Would you mind writing Josh, baby? Can you?
So Alabama Comic Con is June 6th through the 7th.
No, that's not happening.
They haven't put no words to say they're canceling yet.
It's just a matter of time. I can't imagine them doing that. I won't be going to the con right now. I'll tell you that much.
Hey, what?
They're gonna open everything up, and then we're gonna have a peak again, and they're gonna have to shut everything down again.
Yep.
Right.
Justin, you should turn that lightsaber on, man.
Battery's out on that one. I'd have to swap them out real quick.
Yeah, there's no word about it being canceled, so I don't know.
Did I hear boss lady?
Yeah.
What up, boss lady?
That's quiet.
What's up, brother?
Hey, sorry guys, I completely missed the email. My apologies.
It's shorter than the other one.
Oh, that looks awesome right there, Justin.
Yeah, that does look pretty good over there, brother.
Damn it.
Hello, Josh Belly.
Ken Bell.
Oh, it's Ken's Belly.
Sorry, hey guys, I completely didn't notice the email. Apologies.
Oh, that's all right.
Hey, man, no worries here, brother.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Living the dream.
Sounds like it.
How's my camera look? Am I good?
Good.
Yeah, you're good. Hey, Glenn, that thing I talked to you about, the cosplay thing, should I do that from the live show page?
You can, whichever one you want to. I'm about to decorate the CNA page back up again. So wherever you want to do it, it's up to you. You'll be an admin on that too, so it doesn't
Okay, I
matter.
was about to say the only admin access I have right now is the live show.
Oh, I'll give that to you.
Okay.
So as of right now, they said they're not canceling. So Alabama Comic Con it's in 5 weeks. So I don't know. I haven't gotten no emails about approval for anything. So I don't know. I'll check with
I
them.
can't imagine them doing it.
Optimistic. Yeah, that's optimistic that they'll do it, honestly.
Yep. And then you have the 21st, the 19th, 2021st is Match City Con of June. And then July, we have Huntsville Expo, which is the 17th, 18th, and 19th of July. And then BlurderCon's the same weekend. So I don't know.
We'll see.
I don't know. So then you have Dragon Con. I don't know if Dragon Con's will get canceled. So we got to find out about that one. With Atlanta, Georgia, and the pandemic you got going on right now, I foresee it canceling because of the fact that the governor wanted to open things back up again, and they have not got all testing across the board. So
They're saying
You don't
Disney
know
World
what-
won't open until 2021. So I think we're all. Disney World says they probably won't open again until 2021.
Are you serious?
That's right. I saw that today, too.
2021?
They ain't playing around down at Disney, apparently.
So they're pulling the whole Las Vegas. They're pulling the whole New Orleans thing because New Orleans said they're not doing any conventions at all until 2021.
I think everyone will be like that because I think Ken's right. Where everybody's getting back out, we're going to have another round of it.
Man, that's wild, man.
So
Disney World's not all the way back up till 2021. Oh man, that kind of killed my plans. I was hoping the end of the year would be a little different.
Yeah, I was thinking about going to Disney later this year, so that sucks.
Because I want to go on the Millennium Falcon. I want to go to Galaxy Land.
Oh, yeah, man. That crap looks so cool.
I want to take Brooke to Harry Potter over at Universal too.
I want to do that as well. So does that mean Universal's not going to open up?
I would imagine it'll be the same. If Disney sets the tone, everyone will go with them. What's up, Josh?
hey, buddy, how's it going?
Josh, you're good, brother. About the email part. Sorry, I meant to acknowledge you about it. I'm sorry. I was looking at dates.
I honestly, I checked and just missed it. I had like 3 or 4 on top of it and overlooked it. It was my own fault.
Yeah, you're good. You look like you're gonna have that. You got that reddish tint for you. For your shit. It's gonna match your Deadpool.
Let me try closing the window, see if I can get rid of that. Oh,
No, what you eat? What are you eating?
oh,
How long before showtime?
You guys are. I've been recording the whole time, so because I'm trying to fix some things early. So if I record the whole time, it make it a whole lot easier to time a moment and be like, hey, boom, let me grab that. So everything's all good. So I can get off, and you guys can start anytime you get ready. I'll mute and I'll mute myself, and I will turn the video off. Did you guys like the last show? Sorry it was so late. Trying to balance this thing out with the family and stuff is just crazy. But
Man,
how was it?
looked good, man.
Yeah, I mean, dude, we understand with everything going on. Everybody's trying to do a bunch of different.
Absolutely.
That's right. Let me see if I can blow this up so I can get a better shot.
I'm just saying, go ahead and eat.
Eat what? Face.
Give me 1 second. Let me blow this
Well, I
window
gotta
up.
go help Braylon.
Who said that? Your mom?
Yes, sir.
Why she tell you? Why she said that when you need to be eating? Okay, whatever.
No, she just told, she said, go ahead and eat.
Back door.
All right, so I'm dropping out my video. That's gone, and I am going to drop out my audio. So you guys can start anytime you get ready, okay?
All right,
Good
man.
deal. Thanks, man.
You got it.
Later, Glenn.
Later, brother.
All right, Justin. Let me close the door. I don't have the notes in front of me, so I'm counting on you to lead again. I'm sorry. It's just really shitty of me.
All right, I got it. And after we do the last note, which is Last Airbender to Netflix, I'm going to talk about you and I looking out for on CNA, because we're going to start doing something called the CNA cosplay journey. And we're going to post videos and pictures of our different creations we're working on in cosplay.
Hey, that's a really good idea. I like that.
Cool. If you want to talk about what you're working on, you want to show the example of the Guardian helmet? Or you want to wait?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, why not? Introduce it with a prop that you're doing. Be
Let me
cool.
go grab it.
Whoa,
Say.
he's just gone. Josh, can you see my screen? Is the lightsabers a bad idea? You see them on?
Yeah, I think it looks good, man.
Okay. You gonna wear that mask?
Yeah.
You gonna get it done? Oh, you gonna put another shirt on? Gosh, you're gonna die, man.
I'm gonna get fancy tonight.
It does look good when you do it that way.
It does. That's kind of good.
He's got the new one on. He's putting his button-up shirt over it. It looks pretty funny. I'd have just my blue lightsaber on instead of blue and red. That way it looks So I
like
got
just
the red on.
Yeah, because you look evil, and I'll be like,
All right, so we're going to go Clone Wars, the new Hunger Games prequel, Penguin prosthetics, Star Wars new show set in a new era, MCU pushback stuff. You've got those dates, so I'm going to kind of let you handle that. Last Airbender, and then our new cosplay thing.
Yeah. I'm going to
Sounds
need to go
good.
into the mirror real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh, he's putting a tie on.
I know.
We got like Deadpool going to a job interview.
Gosh, I'll worry about him in that mask. You got his parents' number? I guess Boss Lady does, just in case we see him go down. He's like, Boss Lady, call his mama.
He said that the new one, he could at least see through it better.
Well, good. It looks hotter than the other one.
It's more heavy latex. No barking.
Justin, be honest. Look at my head. Does my head look bad? I have a ball cap I can put on.
Oh, you talking about what?
The shine, the shape. Does it look bad?
It's fine, man. I took put a hat on because I had bed head.
Hold on. Let me.
Back up, girl. Back up.
I never wear this cap because it was signed by Alan Bellman at the Phoenix Festival.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Look better.
We'll be hat brothers today.
What the hell is that?
It's hilarious. Josh, the last 2 days is 2 shows has just been sitting in that nice chair doing his Deadpool shtick.
Doesn't he have some nerdy stuff in his room?
Yeah, he's got a wall full of graphic novels.
It's kind of neat if you think about it. It's like Mr. Rogers, sort of. He's like back in this.
Oh, if we still do this next week recorded, he should come in with the sweater and do the whole "It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood."
Change his shoes, change his sweater. Hell yeah. What if the camera comes on and he's holding it up and he's reading like a copy of War and Peace? You know, and he puts it down. He's like, oh, hello. And he starts changing it.
He could have a card that already says, "Hello there, neighbor."
Yeah. There he is.
Oh, one of your cardigans. I'm down for it.
We just wrote you a new skit for next week.
Oh, I've got several in the books. I'm ready.
All right.
Holy crap. You look great, man.
Yeah, he does.
Job interview up top, party down below.
You ready for a Zoom meeting?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. We good to go?
Yeah.
Count it down, Justin. Fire it off, man.
Let's get going in 5, 4, 3, 2. What's up, everyone? Sunday night CNA weekend recap. Justin coming to you from my cave. King Carden coming to you from his.
That's right. What's up, everybody?
How you doing today, brother?
Doing fine, man. Hope everybody's staying safe. You good over there?
Hey, what is it, day 2000 of this quarantine?
Hell, I don't know.
Well, you know, we've been talking about during this quarantine, we're just very thankful for any new content that we get. And boy, man, did this week deliver. We got the episode of Clone Wars that to this date, probably the coolest, most monumental episode we've received to date. What'd you think,
That's
man?
right. That's right. I've watched it 3 times, sir. I really have. It's this is the Star Wars I've always wanted, man. It's good storytelling, action, visually a treat. But see, who's not a fan of Ahsoka? But you know, seeing her, giving her a chance to shine, I see them building her up, and Disney doesn't do anything on accident. This is clearly on purpose. Clearly,
No, they're giving us as much backstory as they can that will lead her to an appearance in The Mandalorian.
That's right, Rosario Dawson. And you know, I told you earlier, I went back and watched the Rebels episodes where she appeared, and she was older. She was older, taller. She looked just a little different, a little older. And it's like, gosh, I could see Rosario Dawson all over it.
And this will be even older because, you know, that is episode 4. So we're talking another 20, 30 years on Ahsoka's age that we'll see Rosario Dawson at the fall of the Empire. No, more like 10 years. I guess that's about what we have from episode 4 to episode 6. That's what, about 5 to 10 years. So that's more age and experience we'll have on her. What has she been doing at that time? You know, was she out there looking for Ezra? Super cool that they've brought that along. But what I thought was cool about this episode was Maul. In an effect, Darth Maul was the first rebellion cause. I mean, he certainly wasn't an altruistic character, but if you think about it, his plan to bring Anakin and to stop the Emperor's plans before they got off the ground, he's the first rebellion. He's the first.
He is, but it's a twisted way, though. He clearly wanted to take Sidious's place by eliminating Sidious and Anakin and bringing Ahsoka in as his apprentice. Which is just man, let's dive into the episode 9 and 10 if you don't care, because so much happened in these last 2 episodes. Ahsoka reappearing on the scene, and the clones, the respect they showed her by painting their helmets. I mean, how cool was that, man?
Yeah.
I mean, just that to start with. Anakin gifted her the lightsabers. And then it was gangbusters. I mean, we didn't talk about it last week, and I think you might have, but I hadn't seen it yet. But that's right. But that landing on Mandalore, holy crap, man! Like 30 seconds of bliss right there, man.
Absolutely, so cool. Visually, we talked about this. The fight this week between Maul and Ahsoka, it had that harken back to episode 1. And the fight between Maul and Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon.
Yes.
Even
Yes.
the music had that. What's the name of that?
The Duel of the Fates. It was
Thank you.
totally a nod of the Duel of the Fates, which I love, by the way. This is the only saving grace of episode 1 for me, is that the Darth Maul and the music and the,
Absolutely.
the rest of it I could live without. But
Last 15 minutes.
right. But yeah, man, the cinematics of the fight scene were, they were cinematic. They weren't a cartoon, man. This was legit choreography. It was phenomenal.
Oh, the when they're up on the rafters, just enough space for their feet, and that epic battle where they're keeping their. That's some of the best fights we've seen in Star Wars. That was incredible.
Yes, period. Gosh, I love Ahsoka's freaking just confidence. She was never afraid.
Yeah.
Even when she lost both of her lightsabers, she was
How badass was that?
Right.
That moment where she took his dual saber and flipped it on him. We've said it before. The most dynamic character in the Star Wars universe at this point is Ahsoka Tano.
Mm-hmm. And like I told you, I went back and watched Rebels, to where she confronted Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Back in today, I did that. I kind of revisited Ahsoka's history some, and at that moment when the Vader looks at her, and this was a deep moment for a Star Wars fan. When Vader looks at her and said, "That's not very Jedi-like." She said, "I'm no Jedi," and then she runs at him. And then, I think that's the last time we see her in Star Wars lore again until Mandalorian, right?
Well, no, because if you'll remember, and this is deep spoilers if you've not watched Star Wars Rebels, but near the end of Star Wars Rebels, Ezra brings her back through a Jedi tunnel. And that's how we see her in Mandalore. That's how she could be alive and be around, because she dies in that battle with Vader. The tunnel comes, or the temple comes crashing down on him.
But she doesn't die in there. If you watch it again, there is a split screen second where you see Vader leaving the temple. And then there's a few seconds where you see Ahsoka walking into a shadow. So she does not die. It is suggested, but if you watch it, there's a couple of seconds of her walking into shadows. And
could that be her Force ghost?
So maybe it was. Who knows? But gosh, this is such exciting times for a Star Wars fan, true Star Wars fan. This isn't your fly-by-night Star Wars fan.
If you think about what we saw at the last part of that episode, and Obi-Wan telling her that Anakin just killed Count Dooku, and you could see the worry in Obi-Wan's face. What are we about to see? I think we've talked about it, but my dream would be that she feels conflicted. She thinks it might be true what Maul said, and he might be the new apprentice. And she goes to Coruscant to try to stop him, just in time to get to the temple and see all the younglings slain. This is a heartbreaking story, and you want to really burn it in with the heartbreak. How heartbreaking would that be?
Gosh, it's going to be tough for her. She's been through enough. The council put her through enough. The universe put her through enough.
Realizing it.
Mm-hmm. So, she walked away from being a Jedi because they accused her of something that she didn't. You guys, everybody knows the timeline. They know the story.
Yeah.
But she's this outcast. She's this Ronin Jedi. It's a really cool character, man.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, I think you can tell we were really stoked about this episode and stoked about what we have coming the next 2 episodes. Correct me if I'm wrong. We get one this upcoming Friday, and then we get the season finale on May the 4th.
That seems right.
Which is really cool. Disney always never misses a trick. So to end the series on the Star Wars Day, May the 4th, is pretty fantastic.
That's right. May the 4th be with you. But also, we get that Mandalorian documentary series hits on May the 4th, too, by the way.
Right.
So, fan service from Disney. Thank you.
Disney doesn't miss a trick.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, that we've talked about this show. We talked about Harley Quinn. That was a good episode. We're not going to spend a lot of time on that one just because not a lot happened, but still keep checking that show out. It's great. But we do have some news, rumors, stuff that we wanted to address this week. We haven't talked a lot about Hunger Games on this show, but I'm a big fan. Ken, I believe you are too. You've been watching with your daughter.
Absolutely. That's right. That Hunger Games is close to my heart. My oldest daughter and I read the books together, and then we saw the movies together. So, got a soft spot for the Hunger Games.
Well, the new book is out, and I have not read it yet, but I do plan on picking that up and reading it. But it's a prequel, and from what I've gathered from reading summaries, this takes place at the 10th Hunger Games, and it focuses on a young President Snow who comes from a elite family that has fallen, and he's trying to work himself back up by being a mentor in the early days of the games. And that's a pretty cool place to start from.
No doubt. I haven't read that summary, so that's exciting.
Yeah, so book is out, announced this week. We're going to get a movie, which I don't think anyone's shocked. That was writing in stone. As soon as they said there'd be a new book, we knew there'd be a new movie. But if you're big fans of that franchise, it's exciting to know we get another movie to go back to Pan Am and see it 65 years before we saw it the first time.
Awesome.
Another thing that we got this week, and this is purely rumor at this point, but Colin Farrell in the Batman project, we know he's playing the Penguin. We've talked about it on the show. We wondered what he would be like. Would he be this gangster stay his thin, trim self, or would he transform to what we expect the Penguin to look like?
Mm-hmm.
Like we're going to get the latter there.
That's right. The rumors are that he is wearing prosthetics in the movie. So I'm assuming big nose, big chin, maybe puff his face. I'm not sure, but I'm okay with that because he's such a pretty boy.
Yeah,
and so I'm completely okay with that.
It pushes him. I think he's a better actor than we get out of him sometimes. We've seen some examples where he can be a really stellar actor. So I hope this pushes him to really create a character where he can't depend on his good looks.
Right. My favorite thing he ever did was Seven Psychopaths, by the way. If you haven't seen that, great movie. But, yeah.
The Gentleman, just recently. He was so good in The Gentleman. I like him in a lot of roles. I have a soft spot for him as an actor, even though he's done some pretty dreadful movies. But I do like him. So I'm excited about this. I think he can really nail it. We've been back and forth on whether we're excited about this movie. The more I hear, the more excited I get.
Well, they've certainly got plenty of time to get it right since it's not coming for, 2 freaking years?
Hopefully that's a good thing and not a bad thing.
It's just like Wonder Woman and the other Batman versus Superman. DC takes like 4 years to make a movie. Warner Brothers does. It's so weird.
Quarantine's not helping.
Well, that's true. But before quarantine, they still.
Because it got pushed to 2022 this week.
That's right. Everything is pushed to 2022.
Yeah.
I don't think that Hollywood's expecting the box office to recover for obviously 2 years or a year and some change.
Well, that takes me to our next point today, and that is all of the delays. I think it started this week with Spider-Man, right?
That's right. Spider-Man, Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness was pushed back. At this point in 2022, we're going to get 5 Marvel movies in that year. That's a record. Usually we're used to 2?
2 or 3, but who's going to complain? I mean, 2021 is going to suck, but at least 2022 will be awesome.
I mean, that's like one every 2 months, man. 2.5 months. That's awesome.
We just got to hope we're here, right?
That's right. We all might not be here. Things is crazy, man.
Yeah, that's right. But I guess that gives us something to look forward to. We still, somebody told me earlier this week that the best thing that could have happened to the MCU is this pushback with us not getting another MCU movie until November, and that being Black Widow. And the theory was absent makes the heart grow fonder. So maybe this is just the thing to reinvigorate the MCU after Endgame and give them just enough of that absence that everybody's just really jazzed to see this movie.
Do we need that, though? I mean, honestly. Speaking of which,
but we've never come through such a story-ending arc like we did with Endgame. So many characters that people love are no longer characters.
Yeah, fair enough. Which today's the anniversary of Endgame, by the way. Happy Endgame Day.
Happy Endgame
Yeah.
Day.
We all remember that moment being in the theater and the uproar. We had to see it a second time because you couldn't hear most of what's going on because everybody was screaming, which is phenomenal. That's a generational moment in the cinema, guys. So maybe we'll repeat it one day, but
it will be a long time. Everybody's trying. Nobody else can do it. There's a secret sauce that Marvel has.
That's right. That's right. So, yeah. Anyways, Marvel's used to making $1 billion a movie. I don't think it's going to hurt them to kick it 6 months down the road.
No, I agree. Well, the last rumor we had goes back to a galaxy far, far away. There is a rumor that Disney is working on a new Disney Plus show that will take us to a new era of Star Wars. What do you think of this, Ken?
I think it's interesting. The rumor is that it's female centric, which that's fine. I'm fine with that. We just got over talking about Ahsoka, how much we love her.
Right.
But I want to know more about the era. Is this the past? Is this the future? When and where? How? Who?
I would love to see it be a new Jedi Academy stood up in the future.
Mm-hmm. Or the Knights of the Old Republic, that we keep hearing that it's going to be made. We keep hearing it, keep hearing it, keep hearing it. What if this is it?
Well, I don't think that they would have referred to it as a new era if it was going back to an old era.
So you think this will be a completely new character?
I think we're going to see a future. Maybe the future that the Skywalker trilogy gave us.
I see, like Skywalker Academy.
Yeah, exactly. Ray Skywalker Academy.
Hopefully they get these writers that have worked on Clone Wars.
Maybe they'll make it like a sitcom like The Office and they sit down and do interviews.
Oh, so that'll certainly be new. That'll be something new.
But they got to try new things, right?
Right. Bring it on. We'll give it a shot.
Well, lastly, the big rumor, I don't think this is a rumor at this point. This is confirmed, but I know you're super excited about this, and it'll give me a chance to watch it. I never have. The Last Airbender series is coming to Netflix.
Yes, sir. And our friend Josh put it well when he said this is Miyazaki Miyazaki caliber entertainment. This show is so good. It's written so well, animated beautifully, character development. It's a great show, guys. It's hitting Netflix soon. I watched this with my oldest daughter. Now my youngest daughter has the opportunity, something we could do together. But yeah, fantastic show. The follow-up to it, Korra, was just as good. Yeah, so completely excited about it, man. And you're gonna watch it. I'm gonna make you watch it.
Yeah, I have a lot of people telling me it's high time I watch it. So Netflix brings it, especially if we're still under quarantine, I'll have time.
Yeah, this show's got a lot of heart, man. You're gonna have to watch it.
Awesome. Well, guys, that's all we had this week. Before I go, I want to tell you something really cool and exciting that Ken and I are going to do with CNA. We've talked to you before. We're both huge into cosplay, but we're both fairly new. We've only done a few costumes, so we're learning a lot, and we want to share our cosplay journey. So look out on the CNA page. We're going to be showing pictures, videos, talking about what we've learned because, Ken, I know if you're like me, you learn something new every time you sit down to work on something.
Absolutely.
So, that's what we want to share. We want to share our journey. I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that are awesome cosplayers that have been doing this for years, people that are new. Maybe you just want to get into it. So we want to create a forum where we can talk about it, share what we know, you share what you know, create a family of shared cosplay knowledge. Y'all saw what we were working on before, that awesome Red Hood mask. We've moved on in anticipation of the Black Widow movie. Ken and I are working on some Red Guardian stuff. We'll show you more if you watch out on the CNA page. But here it is right here. This is what we're working on right now. This will be Red Guardian's mask. We're going to do his shield. So that's going to be fun. That's what we'll be working on. Ken, you're working on something that's even cooler than that. You want to share?
I will. I'm making a Venom puppet. And, this is where my hand will be in the puppet and then, fake arm. And it's just like the symbiote is kind of taking over And so, yeah, I made a puppet before it. It turned out really good. So confidence is high. I've already got the skeleton built, and you saw it this week. So, we'll share all this with you guys. And, we've learned so much from people, from these forums, from these websites. And I know you have, especially with that helmet right there and what you learned from that Red Hood helmet. Yeah, if you got something to share with us, guys, we'll take it because we're still new.
Totally new at this, learning new stuff every day. I feel like I know very little. Every project I get better. So keep an eye out for that on the CNA live page, on the CNA main fan page. We will have all kinds of cool stuff as we go through these and move beyond to other costumes. So keep engaged with us. Let us know what you're working on and do something geeky. Guys, we're still under a quarantine. Some of y'all I know are opening up. If you're there in those states, be safe, be smart, do something geeky, and I say stay inside for a couple more weeks.
I'm gonna.
Well, that's it for me, Ken. Stay safe, buddy. I'll be talking to you. Excelsior, y'all.
You too, brother. Good night, everybody. Have a good week.
We're out.
Done. Okay, over there, Josh. You're still writing. Hope we didn't jack whatever he was writing.
Josh, I did.
Yeah.
We got some funny stuff tonight to see.
Yeah, man, get that thing off and breathe or something.
No, this one's not bad. I can see a lot better out of this one.
Can you breathe? Hulk Hogan that shirt, man. Hulkamania. Dude, that's something we should have talked about. Did you hear Chris Hemsworth is doing the Hulkamania biopic?
No.
Yes, he's excited about it too. It's like a nerd project for him. He's going to do a Hulkamania movie, Hulk Hogan movie.
All right, we'll do that next week then.
All right. Ooh,
Yeah, just stepped on my iPad, almost slipped and broke my leg. Don't worry.
Oh,
I'm good. Just a broken bone. It's no big deal.
Oh yeah, we watched Extraction today. That was a hell of a lot of action.
Yes, it was. We should have talked about that too.
Yeah.
Oh well, hell with it. Maybe next week.
Save it for next week. We're trying to fill time.
Good night, guys. I'm gonna go eat a burger I grilled that I haven't had a chance to eat yet. So.
All right, man. Sorry we took you away from your burger.
No, good man. It's fun as always. Good show.
Good show.
Y'all.
See you later.
Later,
Good
guys.
night, Glenn.
See y'all.